Okay, today I've got Kobe on a school day, and I've been working with Kobe since I picked him up this morning. I've been working with him now for about 2.5 hours. Not just solid walking, we've been one place, then we've been in the Jeep, then we've been to another place. Lots of lead work. Okay, what's happening with Kobe now is he's 11 months old, coming up to 12 months. Well, yeah, he'll actually be 12 months on the 12th of February. And I noticed last week when I had him for a school day, his behaviour had kind of turned another corner, which is what you get with the pups. They've got the different stages of development, and Kobe was doing well. He'd gone sort of past his initial puppy jumping about happy stage, and we were controlling that, we were controlling the walk. It was getting a lot calmer, behaviour in the house, respect over the doorways, that kind of thing. And then he kind of reverted, Ross, he kind of reverted to old over the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks, I think, really, from what the owners have said, and then obviously what I saw last week, because he'd got kind of fixated. I think that's the best way of putting it. So when he was greeting other dogs, yes, he was very boisterous, very over the top. Roscoe had given him plenty of checks and let him know the boundaries, what was right, what wasn't, acceptable behaviour. And he was getting it. I was using a monotone no to keep him calm, and we were getting there. What I noticed last week is, just keeping my eye on him, what I noticed last week is he was not taking notice of the body language that Roscoe was giving him, to the point where I did actually keep them both on leads, because I didn't want Roscoe taking actions into his own hands, and I needed to physically control Kobe, which is not the idea. I want to mentally work with them. The physical control doesn't sort of address the underlying issue. I'm going to change direction this way. So what was happening is he wasn't taking any notice of Roscoe when Roscoe was saying enough, and he wasn't taking much notice of other dogs when they were saying enough, this way. And the danger there is that other dogs will say back off, and he won't, and then they'll end up in a fight. So that's why it is important that they do understand the body language and they do take notice of it. But like I say, last week I noticed he wasn't. What was also happening is he was doing an awful lot of humping, which is quite normal for a pup, for a young dog. But when they become fixated to the point where they take no notice of the other dog saying back off, then you know that the sexual maturity drive has kicked in. Now this is what's happening with Kobe. So he's reaching that age and his sexual maturity has kicked in, and it can be a stronger drive no, it can be that's good. So Roscoe gave him the snap and he acknowledged it. That's good. It's been I've had to keep on my toes this morning with him, definitely. The idea is to catch him before he goes, it's the look, the ears twitch, the body language just slightly gets alert in a certain direction. That's when you have to address the behaviour to stop it going. Once he's gone, he's gone. So that's why I've had my work cut out keeping an eye on them both, because obviously I don't want this to escalate with either of them. So change direction again. This way. So Kobe hasn't been taking notice of the other dogs. The sexual maturity has kicked in. The humping has just been absolutely frantic, to the point where there's just no way he can follow commands even if he wanted to. He's kind of gone into the white noise zone. So what can happen with this sometimes, not all dogs are the same, but sometimes that drive can take over. So it's just this constant state of angst and this need, this drive to control, and if they have no outlet for it, it can turn to aggression. It's like a volcano bubbling away with all this emotion and tenseness and drive and instinct going on inside, and it just erupts. It can come out in aggression, which is why you may want to consider having them castrated. There are also health benefits to having them castrated as well, and I can see that this is what's happening with Kobe. So it's time, I believe, you know, so that he can follow commands, so we don't lose the work we've put in and the good behaviour we've got from him, so we don't lose that and get it all back again. They're sniffing incessantly at people as well. They will have a sniff, that's fine, but when it's to the point where, you know, you can't stop them, that's when this drive is there. And that's what we're seeing with Kobe as well. So it's going to calm him down, it's going to take away this anxiety that he's got, this drive that, what do I do, what do I do? It's going to take that away. So he'll be able to follow commands again, he'll calm down, and we get back on track. In the meantime, I do have to be careful with him, how he is with other dogs. And that's why I've got to be right on the ball here. So I'm in an area where, like I said, I've been walking for a good while now, different places. I'm in an area where I know there's nobody about. So I have let him off. This is the first time I've let him off with Roscoe. And to begin with, I wasn't filming because I really needed to keep an eye on what they were doing and address it straight away. And it's been a bit tense, but we've got there. We've got there between me and Roscoe. I've used the monotone no. I've been very firm and kept Roscoe on a lead so that when Kobe's come near him, I've controlled Kobe without Roscoe reacting at all. So it's worked, we've got there. The initial energy has gone now, so we're certainly getting a more controlled walk. And I'm going to continue with this for a little while, and then we'll head on home, and I'm going to get the other dogs, and then we'll just head out and do more lead work with him. I'm not too bothered about the change direction this way. Not too bothered about socialisation right at this moment. I would like him to be castrated before we go any further with the socialisation, because the poor lad can't think straight, and it's not fair on everybody else. So yeah, that's my day today. Okay.